The blue line, the new line, and when you take that difference into consideration, many guys all throughout the season have been taking that retreat step, stepping on that line. But for Walter Tenzai, who did not step out of bounds, the nice turnaround for the finish. And get a pass out and open up someone on the perimeter for one of the threes, which we know Notre Dame can do so well.
Durham short corner and splashes it through.
And nice play by Juwan Durham.
Comes much more close to the basket. Braxton Key, back rim and grabs his own miss. Hub had started to leak out for the Irish. Rolled to Tensai, has the first 5 for Virginia.
There was a little more freedom for his players to take those shots when they got them, simply because opportunities were so difficult to come by. Prentice Hub comes off and answers that 3 on the other end of the floor. And losses really hurt you. The time between games for coaches gets pretty intense, especially when you know you've got to get some wins to get into the tournament field.
Rolled to Tensai, found Diakite from the short corner, and he's going to the free throw line. He had the size advantage to be certain under the basket there.
Have shoot-around today. Of course, guys came in and got shots up on their own, but there was no shoot-around opportunity because it's so late and it's trying to get involved. So it is a difference when you play this game. Notre Dame did have shoot-around. Dane Goodwin knocked down 3.
Key with the strength advantage against Leszewski. A lowered shoulder gives him 2.
7 points, but those 7 points took him over 1,000 for his career. When you include the points that he scored at Alabama, and Prentice Hub breaking out of his shooting slump.
Cafaro thought about it and outside for Key. Ian Clark, 2 primary scorers on the floor right now for Virginia, and Kihei weasels his way into the lane for a basket.
And a nice play by Kihei Clark after being away from home for 4 days.
Well, if you get out on the mall in Charlottesville, you got a lot of options.
I tell you what, speaking of options, that's a great option for Virginia.
Right now from the ACC into Joe Lunardi's projected field. Notre Dame under consideration. Kihei Clark, a shot clock beating floater. He's got 4.
And the offense has changed a lot around Kihei because he's become a much more ball-dominant player. Make it?
Yeah.
Great shot.
It's Diakite to get Virginia within 1.
Love seeing Mamadi Diakite playing with his back to the basket, going to the jump hook. He's more athletic than most of the players he's going to play against. However, Juwan Durham showing off his athleticism off of a beautiful find by Prentice Hub. How about Mark Jackson and Bill Walton? Now, how many times in that game, over-under, do you say, and speaking of over-under, beautiful up and under by Mamadi Diakite along the baseline?
Mama, there goes that non-sequitur in that game. Gibbs from the corner and gets his first shot.
Great patience by Prentice Hub on that possession. Ray told us it doesn't take him long to substitute in that second half. He's going to start the same way.
3 for Kihei Clark. Mooney with a soft touch over the 7-footer Jay Huff.
Usually all for TJ Gibbs, but they need his offensive production if they want to try to get a win here on the road.
Diakite bodies, good win from the block. And Virginia is within 1.
And I'm not sure if they're giving Virginia's defense maybe too much credit in recognizing that they're not going to be able to get anything quick in the shot clock, putting themselves up against the wall. But speaking of up against the wall, back to the basket, trying to make that happen here in the second half versus the Fighting Irish.
Clark has to put it up and delivers. Kihei Clark, second on UVA today with 9. He gets into Key and gets the roll from about 5 feet.
Right now, they give up 51.6 per game, which is the lowest nationally. And so you don't come into this building expecting to score a lot of points.
And they allow the lowest field goal percentage against them as well. They've got their largest lead of the day at 5 points.
And now Notre Dame going to the zone defensively as Casey Morsell steps up and knocks down his second bucket.
Key's reverse layup, pinballs around, it belongs to Hub. Notre Dame with a 3-on-2, behind the back, bounce feed, Leszewski with the layup.
Especially when you don't expect it. Duke expects it each year. and they're reloading. Virginia did not expect that last year, but continue to battle away, as do the Irish in the paint. Notre Dame got some minutes spelling Bonzie Colson when Colson was injured, but he became a starter as a junior and hasn't looked back. And Jay Huff is able to knock down the three.
The undefeated San Diego State take on New Mexico and try and get to 25-0 late night in the Mountain West. Jay Huff puts UVA in front.
Last night, I was able to watch the Duke-Florida State game. Those are two great defensive teams. And Jay Huff continues his 8-0 run personally against the Irish.
The Cavaliers with their largest lead of the night here at home. Gibbs steps in front. And the run ends with a Prentice Hub layup. Did NC State and Syracuse before this one. Here in the ACC, Diakite leaps over Leszewski, who is laying on the bottom of the lane. Leading scorer for Notre Dame, Prentice Hub with 10. And Leszewski with soft touch makes it a three-point game once again. That was a very humble third-person reference to yourself.
Oh, was I talking about me?
Never.
Okay.
On the break. Too much. Mooney with the tip in to follow on Gibbs. Members of the ACC as the Irish look to extend their winning streak to 5. Jay Huff getting ready to check in next for Virginia. And the Irish leapfrog back in front on a 3. Leszewski lets it fly. High board belongs to the 7-footer.
Clark only had one foul.
In for Mooney to try and win it. And he's stuffed under the basket.
Notre Dame get the basketball back. So if you're Virginia, you're hoping that the time has expired. So Clark handles the basketball the majority of possessions and does a great job facilitating for his teammates.
Hub puts the ball on the deck, creates separation, and ties the game at 49. 5 on the shot clock for Clark. His pass to the lane was cut off by Pfluger. Excellent help defense. With 7 to shoot. Now Hub into the lane, puts it up. And Key snares it for the Cavaliers. They can draw this down to about 16 seconds left for Notre Dame. Miss or make. Clark, shot fake, 3, no. Hub, 7 seconds, kicks to the corner. 3-pointer, no. Key's got it, and he just heaves it ahead. How wise from Braxton Key to win the game in overtime for Virginia.